That's the real problem. I'm gonna say it right now. And if you think I'm wrong, I will one day get canceled on Twitter. One day, but not today, bitches. Okay, so I just saw this notice regarding the termination of Riro Ron. I will say this. I've been starting to love Riro. I like her content. She's a funny personality, and it turns out thanks to this document, everyone else is starting to love her too.
As of November 28th, 2023, we have terminated our contract with Idol Project star talent Riro Ron. Regarding the actions of Riro Ron that led to this termination, it has been discovered through an internal investigation that Riro Ron has violated in the total value of her contract. Okay. Now, earlier this month on the 4th of November, Riro tweeted out, "I would like to make something clear. During my recent RC streams, I made jokes about stuff without fully considering how my words or actions might be perceived. After consulting with management, we agreed together that I should clear my head from streaming and reflect on this by taking a short break." This was Riro's final tweet, as the final thing on Riro's account was a repost of the termination letter.
I think she was on a good trajectory. I think she can come back independent and be solid. Not even gonna lie. I feel like she can come back independent and be bigger from this.
Where it says, for $250, I take a silly pill. Not
$250, I take a silly pill. That's my new streaming content. For 100 subs, I'm just like, yo, we go on to the astral plane on this bitch.
But that's almost definitely what Idol was mentioning when they said misuse of controlled substances during the live stream.
Okay, that adds, I'm gonna say that adds extra context that was missing. If you joke about doing the dank on stream, who cares? Also, let's talk about this. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be controversial. It's gonna be, I don't give a fuck. Her style, it's in her style. She's got a yummy kawaii vibe aesthetic. And if you look at yummy kawaii aesthetic and vibes, you see drug laced shot needles. We are looking at the yummy kawaii vibe. When we look at yummy kawaii inspired aesthetics, you will notice the band-aids is one part of her aesthetic and her fashion. The needle is one part of her fashion. The lollipops, which are supposed to be laced with drugs, that's part of her fashion. The band-aids, eye patches can be a part of it, mask, weapons, knives. When you look at Riro Ren, it's supposed to be clearly yummy kawaii. Her model has a pill in her hair, and you're mad she's talking about happy pills. I'm taking that one off the list.
Do you think they fuck?
You know that you have to travel. You know that, right? To actually meet me, you'd have to travel.
On top of all of that, Riro also had a relationship with a member of the Idol management team, which is absolutely insane to do.
Okay, that's the two fuck ups. That's the two fuck ups there. The fuck up number one, sleeping with your fans. The fuck up number two, sleeping with the manager. But that's not on you, that's the manager's issue. Okay, this is the one where I'm like, okay, that's a little bit scuffed. That's on you as a company. That's on you as a company. There should be a point where a company owner has to step back and realize shit should flow upstream. She's a goddamn rock star. I feel like she's gonna get hate. Now, I feel like if it was a man getting a bunch of sex from his fans, yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, boo-hoo. That's the real problem. I'm gonna say it right now. And if you think I'm wrong, I will one day get canceled on Twitter. One day, but not today, bitches. Okay, the fact your Oshi is going around fucking all her fans and she didn't fuck you, get fucked, bitch. That's my thoughts. I feel like as an adult, you should be able to sleep around. It's really dumb to sleep with your fans. It is the dumbest thing to sleep with your fans. That shit should be a premium. I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like she undercharged. For thousands? That should say tens of thousands. The total value of thousands of dollars. No. The total value of tens of thousands. Riro, listen to me. You undercharged. You undercharged by a lot. And I'll say this. I want to laugh because it's funny, because it's dumb, because it's silly. I'm going to laugh because it's silly. I'm not going to laugh because sex workers or anything. I feel like if you want to be a sex worker, be a sex worker. If you want to do this, if you want to do that, do what makes you happy. Do what kind of content you like. If you in fact are a sex worker and that's your thing, maybe go ahead and do it. The one thing I'll say this. When it comes to the relationship with the manager, I've said this before, that's on Idol Corp. I feel like if your employees are fucking in the lobby, that's on you. Like, you can't go and smack her for her managers wanting to fuck her. So he was fired too. Like, it's your own employees. Like, their manager is managing her and your manager fucked the talent. Why would you let that happen? That's on you and not on Riro.